Tuesday, June 27th. I'm Jessica Coombs with your KENS 5 News Now. A 17-year-old is in the hospital after he was shot on the city's south side. Police say they found the teen with a gunshot wound to his hip in his driveway, but say he was actually shot at a TJ Maxx warehouse parking lot. Police don't have a lot of information to go on right now, but they say at some point, two men on foot shot at that teen. That's when he drove to his home. Investigators are checking out the parking lot to gather more information. You can stay with us on KENS5.com for updates. Today marks a dark day for San Antonio. It has been 1 year since 53 people died in the back of a tractor trailer in 100+ degree heat on San Antonio's southwest side.
This is the worst tragedy of its kind for migrants and smuggling, human smuggling, in the history of the United States.
The human smuggling attempt taking 53 lives, the youngest just 13 years old. In the years since, a roadside memorial has grown on Quintana Road. There is a push to make the memorial permanent, but the councilwoman for District 4 says it would cost around $15 million to fix up the roadway. So instead, Dr. Adriana Rocha Garcia says the city is considering renaming a portion of Quintana Road and installing a small plaque with the victims' names on it. At the same time, city staff are searching for a new location for a monument. The city is also working with the Smithsonian to create a digital story for every person. An update in a crew member's death at the San Antonio International Airport. The Bexar County Medical Examiner ruled it a suicide. The family of 27-year-old David Renner shared these photos. Renner worked with Unify Aviation, which is contracted to do groundwork for Delta Airlines. The company says grief counselors will be available to employees through today. Russian authorities say they have closed the criminal investigation into the Wagner Group and no charges will be filed against Yevgeny Prigozhin or his soldiers. That's according to the Associated Press. Yesterday, Vladimir Putin thanked the Russian people for staying unified during Wagner's short-lived revolt. The AP also says the whereabouts of Prigozhin remain a mystery. Yesterday, President Biden said the U.S. and its allies had nothing to do with the conflict.
Putin, no excuse to blame this on the West or to blame this on NATO. This was part of a struggle within the Russian system.
A U.S. official has confirmed the Biden administration will give Ukraine another $500 million drawdown package with military assistance, including Bradley and Stryker armored vehicles, artillery, and munitions. The United States is seeing its first case of malaria contracted here in 20 years. One of those was reported right here in Texas. That case was reported in Brownsville's Cameron County in the Rio Grande Valley. Officials there are working to figure out if anyone else was exposed. So far, 4 other cases have been reported in Florida. Those cases don't appear to be linked to each other. Now, the disease is often spread through mosquitoes, blood transfusions, organ transplants, and unsafe needle sharing. Scientists say malaria could become more common in the U.S. as temperatures rise due to climate change. The state's efforts to deploy buoys on the Rio Grande is coming with a huge price tag in taxpayer dollars. According to a copy of the contract, Cochrane USA was awarded $850,000 to deploy floating border barriers. Governor Greg Abbott says the first 1,000 fleet will be placed near Eagle Pass. That's going to be 1,000 feet of that fleet of buoys. Texas is scheduled to deploy the barriers earlier next month, but according to a group that administers boundaries and water treaties, Governor Abbott has not yet obtained permits to deploy them. Trending online, a dog that was once surrendered in Cibolo named Bandit got a second chance at life and found a new purpose. Check this out. Bandit is now in Oklahoma with the Bristow Police Department. After making it through police canine training, he was matched there with an officer. This story started at the beginning of this year when officials at the Cibolo shelter said they knew Bandit was special. They called a local canine training group, and that's where the work started. Fast forward to now, Bandit and his partner, you can see there, Officer Dylan, are patrolling the streets as a narcotics detection team. We're wishing them the best of luck. Just goes to show, Paul, every single furry friend out there always has the potential. Maybe a good day to volunteer at a shelter.
You know, maybe a good day for that, and also kind of reminds me to take care of those pets too. They need a lot of water as well. All right, 104 degrees. I think that'll be the high. The heat index today around 109. Another heat advisory for us today. And if you have anything planned this evening, it is still going to be very warm.
All right, that's your KENS 5 News Now. Thanks so much for joining me. And remember, if you're in front of the TV, be sure to join us KENS 5 Monday through Friday, 4:30 to 7. Thanks so much for following us online. I'm Jessica Coombs. I'll see you tomorrow.